Alright. Why is my PlayStation controller not wanting to work? Here, let me get something to put over. Alright. Why did it crash? I'm trying to make the most out of using my camera because the battery gets drained by this fucking program that I use. Alright, let's try that again. Here's to hoping it fucking works. Don't crash. My computer's been acting up a lot lately. I don't know what the hell's going on. Damn it. Press the wrong button. Okay. Where is my phone? Let me make sure the stream's going good. Why is it gotta be such a slow piece of shit? Alright, let's go. You are not supposed to have the plasma beam this early. Oh my god. God damn you. Piece of shit. Why am I having this much trouble with Crocomire right now? There you go. I mean, hey, I'm glad that I found it already, so I don't have to worry about wasting a good item location. Or wasting time looking through to an item location. Alright. interweb connectivity is being weird. It's just the bit rate's going. It's not in the green. I mean, it is now, but it wasn't just a second ago. That's what I get for having shit internet. Shitternet. There we go. That sounds better. I'm probably gonna just play some more Metroid games after I beat this randomized run. I've got Metroid Dread. Shit, I might actually try playing Metroid Fusion again. It's been a hot minute since I've played that. I'd say about a couple of years since the last time I actually played Metroid Fusion. It's a game I grew up with. It's one of the best 2D Metroids that anybody can really get into and like learn the Metroid formula. Because, I mean, this one is good, but I mean, this was also released at a time where Metroid games were kind of like, you know, you explore more than you go around and complete missions like Metroid Fusion does. Because Metroid Fusion, that's vanilla, alright? Metroid Fusion is very, like, mission-based. You know, there's not going to be a lot of, there's not going to be a lot, I mean, you can explore, but it's not as open and, you know, it's not as open, what's the other word I'm thinking of? Manipulative as this game is, because you can manipulate this, you can manipulate your Metroid to do some crazy stuff. Like the physics, you can break them. I've seen speedruns where I'm pretty sure they're tool assisted, but still. They're able to like beat the game in like under 1 minute, and that's because they performed some weird like collision glitch or something. I don't know. It's incredibly like it's amazing to see what the speedrunning community can do to these games. You know, like arbitrary code execution, which is the coolest thing I have ever seen when it comes to like ROM hacking games without any like ROM hacking tools. It's just you do specific inputs at at specific areas in memory. Like, so you have to jump at a specific time and then go to this one area, this pixel perfect area, and then jump, and then, you know, so on and so forth. There's someone programmed like a Pong game in Super Mario World, which is like, how the hell? How much time did you spend like researching that? Like that must have taken so much, and it's incredible. I mean, I wish I had the knowledge to work on something like that. I'd hope to see something like that happen with other SNES games or just games in general. You're probably not going to see that type of stuff anymore in like newer games, probably because it's like, you know, less manipulative, I guess. I don't know. I'm talking to my ass at this point. I'm not a professional when it comes to manipulating code through a controller. Alright. Here, I think the audio is a bit too loud. Let me fix that. Maybe. I don't know. Emulators are weird. I remember when I was recording with fucking, oh god, years ago when I was in like the first year of high school, I was recording with Bandicam, and oh god, I remember those days being fucking horrible because Bandicam, I was using a free version of it, and I didn't have any other like editing software. God, I wish I had if I was younger, I kind of wish I had the balls to just, you know, sail the high seas of the internet to get some type of software, because I mean that's the way to go when you can't afford that type of stuff. I mean everyone does it. So this stream, I've only been doing it for 11 minutes, is going to be a bit of a test as well. Well, actually, I forgot to bring up that Final Fantasy stream I did the other night, or the other day, was kind of a test stream to see if I was going to be able to do something like this and, you know, have it not be shit. And it's possible, I just have to, you know, set the settings correctly, because whenever I did that first stream of Suck Up, oh my god, I didn't realize it, but it was fucking potato quality. It looked so bad. Man. Nope, wrong button. Which, that game is really fun. That's a good way to, like, use AI. Because we've been using AI for video games for so long, that's a good way to, like, take what we've done with AI technology and, you know, use it for something that's not scary. Like, fucking, the fact that you can have, like, AI generated videos, yeah, they look like shit, but I mean, the fact that you have a computer that can just generate a video on its own. I mean, I'm sure it's using, like, references for, like, some types of things, maybe. I'm unsure. I'd like to see the behind the scenes of it to see how a computer makes those kinds of videos. Like, there's that one that's like it's Lord of the Rings, but generated by AI, and there's like Gandalf using a cell phone, and God, what's his name? Why can't I remember Viggo Mortensen's character? All I can think of is his uh, his alias in the first Lord of the Rings, which is Strider. I don't know. You see him using a fucking like pipe machine gun. I mean, it's very like bad looking. It looks like the best way I could describe how AI stuff looks to me is like, have you ever like seen? It's like a. This is very specific, mind you. It reminds me of seeing like rotting stuff like we'd have in forensics class, where, you know, you'd have like rotting meat because we were studying how you know, we were studying how like things decompose, and we had this setup where it was like this tub that was split up into 4 quadrants, and we'd have 4 pieces of meat. One was in a bag, one was just laid in dirt, one was covered up in a shirt, and the other one was in the bag, one was in the shirt, one was in the dirt. I don't remember what the other one was. Shit, I forgot, but that doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. What does matter is with the shirt. The shirt looked with the maggots and everything like bubbling up inside of it and just like slithering around. It's just kind of like it's bouncing up and down, you know, like whatever they're eating. That's what AI looks like. Maggots, fucking eating like carrion on the side of the road. Because it's like constantly morphing and changing. It's never the same thing. Like it's so fucking weird, but it's fucking amazing that we have computers that are able to do that. And at the same time, it's bad because it could be used for more laziness in many industries, which isn't very good for the people of this world. AI usage might, I think it's like AI usage should be regulated. If you're selling something that's utilizing AI, it can only be used with like by so much. It can't fully replace a human being, because then something tells me that would create some kind of like loophole bullshit. You could have infinite content, and then the content that is AI generated isn't as good, maybe? I mean, if it's as good as a human being, then, well, I think we're fucked. But if it's still, like, as is right now, which is you can tell something's off, then, I mean, like, it's gonna get to the point where people aren't gonna want the AI stuff, and then we flooded the market with so much of it that there might be a crash. And then again, this is me. I'm not an expert on this stuff, so I might be very much wrong, but, I mean, I'm formulating some kind of idea. I'm just not explaining it correctly. Okay. Okay, I don't think I fought Crate yet, so I'm gonna go down there. Ugh. I've always thought that this was just that one block is destructible, but nope. The whole thing is. I think the latest I'll stream tonight is gonna be 10 o'clock at most, because I know this camera's battery ain't gonna last too long, and I got my kitty cat to worry about. So this might be, it's either 10 o'clock, 10:30. I put her in another room because I didn't want her fucking around like she was last time. She went, when I was playing Lethal Company last night, she went fucking nuts. Like, I don't know what the hell was, I mean, she was just being playful, you know, and that's what kitty cats do. Nothing against her, but I mean, when you start jumping onto my keyboard and then going like, you know, I start to get ticked off a bit, so, you know. I'm sure she's okay. She's laying down on the bed, just taking a little cat nap. I'm gonna feed her. She's gonna be happy. Let her out in the living room for a little bit. She likes to run out to the garage door, cause it's like she wants to get outside, like, and touch grass, I guess. I don't want her to do that because she'll fucking run away, and then I'm gonna have nightmares about losing her. And it's like, I love my cat, and I want her to be happy, but I don't want her running away and me being sad. So I'm always having like a watchful eye on her whenever she goes outside. It'll help. Whenever I become a fully grown adult and have kids, maybe I'll become a good parent. Only time will tell. I don't know how to do the skip right here where you can just kill Kraid with like 3 super missiles and die instantly. I don't know. I don't think I can do that. God damn you. Ah! Oh my god, he has a tail. That's something I don't think I've ever actually seen because I'm always paying attention to just blowing up his head. Godzilla sound effects. Or kaiju sound effects. My face looks fucking weird right now. It might just be like a stray piece of, yeah, it's a stray piece of hair, never mind. Because it looks like I've just been wearing a VR headset the whole day, and I haven't even touched a VR headset in weeks. Bosses, I know I'm gonna hate doing right now, so I'm gonna try to find as many E-tanks as possible. But the fucking boss that I always hate is Fantoon. Like, he's kind of the coolest boss in the game, right next to Mother Brain, but he is the most annoying piece of shit. And I hate him, Fantoon. Fucking ghost squid piece of shit is what he is. Alright, that's vanilla. Hell, what I might end up streaming is Super Metroid Arcade. That's a lot of fun. The only problem is that I get soft locked like way too much playing that. Damn it. Really, it's a very fun game. I just need to get better at this game. I mean, I'm okay at it. I can do a couple of simple like speedrunning tricks, but other than, you know, the mock ball and maybe, I don't know what else I can do. I'm trying to think. Some like speed boost tricks and like that. I'm not that good at this game. There are people who are like masters at this fucking game, and it blows me away. Once again, speedrunning community is amazing. Full of people who spend so much time with these games. It's like they know it like the back of their hand, you know. And I respect that. It's to analyze a game and just break it down into its, you know, like simplest, I don't know what the word I'm thinking of is, like its simplest things or its simplest like pieces that you can manipulate in order to like get a better time. It's fantastic. Ah, God damn it. Ah, God, fuck my shit. I don't like this one very much. Actually, if I don't get this one, I'm gonna go check to see what it is and if it's worth it or not. Okay, well, let's see what it is. It's not worth it. There we go. Is this it, or is it? I don't think that's it. Okay. Oh, come on, you fucker. What is this? What is the point of that area if there's not a secret there? I guess to mislead you, that's that. Oh, man. One thing I think I'm really happy about right now is that some of my other projects that aren't like video game related like this are getting pretty good pretty good views, like 50 views on the Blob Analog Horror Part 1, which I have yet to write the script for Blob Analog Horror Part 2. I have some ideas in my head. I plan on using some different like things for the way it's presented. I might try to add some like VHS stuff to it, or I might just keep it like the visuals looking like, you know, modern, but have the audio, because the audio is what I was mainly focusing on. Because yeah, the visuals can be cool, but I think with audio, it's kind of like how in the olden days of like the 30s and 40s, you had like radio shows. So I want to try to experiment with that because I can't really do good with visuals, but audio ain't that hard. I just, find some royalty-free stuff, manipulate it, and then, edit it together in Audacity, and, well, there you go. I use the same type of technique in, awkward talking laserdiscs, which, there are a couple of comments that were like, "Are you doing alright, buddy?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." I had a couple of friends who I showed that video to who were like, "You should kind of play into it being real," and I'm like, nah, I don't think I'd have fun doing that. That's not me. I'd like to just explain it like it's all a ruse, because I don't want the video to suddenly get like popular somehow, which I doubt it ever will. If it does, I mean, I'll be happy, but I mean, 200 views I'm perfectly fine with. That was like my most viewed video, and I'm happy with that being my most viewed video. If that were to stay my most viewed video, then I'd feel accomplished on this platform. Anyways, I think if I were to like play into it being real, then you get one of those like fucking YouTubers who are like one of those like theory YouTubers. And I don't have anything against YouTubers who do that. It's just I wouldn't like to see like, here's all the theories. Theory number 1, he's crazy in a mental hospital. It is what it is. Well, no. I would like it if it was like seeing it as a fictional point of view, It's like, here's a fictional theory. I don't want people to see it and be like, that's real? Is that what you really live in? Like, constantly? No, that my home life isn't fucking abusive. There have been some moments when I was a kid, because the voice of the father in that video was based on, very loosely based on my dad. The way his voice is like, rah, rah, rah. And while I love my dad, he can, he has a very interesting way of putting his opinion out there. He's a good dad. It's just, wow. You can be kind of a jerk sometimes. And also the fact that throughout high school I was very hard on myself, and so I decided, why don't I like put a spin on this and just try to tell a story? Because I can understand how it feels to like, you feel like what you're doing is constantly wrong, and you don't know how to like present yourself. Because in that video I was like, I'm gonna have it be kind of funny where I'm like extremely awkward. It's just like, this guy is a fucking weirdo. He's speaking like an alien. Like, what's wrong with him? There are just some people out there who, they don't have that kind of self-awareness. I've learned to spin my, to spin the parts of me that are very hard on myself, like, on its head, to the point where it's like, anytime I like fuck up, I laugh about it. It's no longer like, God damn it. I mean, sometimes I'll like give myself a little tap on the head, but that's more of me just, being silly. I'm not actually angry at myself. I'm more kind of like, come on, man, that's silly. You almost made a very silly mistake. It's not as big deal as it was to me back in high school, which, I was bullied a bit, and I took it to heart. I shouldn't have. I really wish I was more playful with it. Like, I wish I like fed into it more and spun it on its head, because that would have been fucking hilarious. But I didn't, because I was a scared kid. You didn't want people to think like certain things about you in high schools, because high school's a very incredibly judgmental place, depending on where you go to school at, and depending who runs it, who teaches there, what kind of students go there. It's not fun for everybody, and not everyone's gonna be good at everything, and people need to realize that. It's harder for some people to learn, but it's like, yeah, just get it done, and it's like, well, I don't want to get it done. You should, but I can understand not wanting to, because at the bottom of the line, it's like, I don't feel like this is gonna get me anywhere. And then some people will be like, you don't know anything because you're just a kid. It's like, kids are smart. not all kids are smart, but kids can be very smart. Teenagers can be smart. Teenagers can be pieces of shit, but they can also be incredibly smart, you know, individuals who, you know, you think like, you're a teenager, you know everything, and I'm starting to realize I've kind of been like that, but I'm 20 right now, and I realize I don't know everything, but I'm not stupid. All right, I'm not gonna take that kind of, you know, bullshit, if you get what I'm saying. It's a good type of thing to do. Just like be respectful, but you know, if someone's putting you down like that, don't listen to them. Because in the end of it, who the hell are they? Just go with the flow. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Just figuring out things as I move along in life, and just hope for the best. I mean, that's all we can do right now. Though, honestly, do your schoolwork. If you just put in the small bit of effort to just get things done, you'll feel better about yourself, and hey, you'll have some decent grades, so you can just chill out more. That's how I got through the last couple of years of high school, because there was one year where I fucked up and almost failed, and then I just put in a tiny bit of effort, was able to pass almost everything, had to retake one class in summer school, which was honestly not that bad. I cheated my way through it, because everyone else did. I can admit to that because I wasn't the only one. Alright, I looked up all the answers on Google because they allowed me to. And that's what you get for having it on the computer. It's not an actual teacher, it's a program called Edgenuity. And yeah, you can just look everything up. That's what I did for the classes that I failed. Geometry. And I was able to cope through it, and in my senior year was like my best year of school ever. I was making the best grades I've ever made, and I felt the best that year. It was, I mean, there were some hardships with me. I mean, I wasn't the best, but school-wise, I was checked out and I was happy. That's really what's important, I feel, is at least you're happy with what you're doing, what you're feeling. Your parents are going to be hard on you either way, so, you know, just do your best and don't stress yourself too much, because stress is a hell of a fucking tool. It can make you get stuff done quick and good, or it can just ruin you. Alright. Anyways, enough talk about that. I'm thinking about other games I might play on stream. I'm probably going to get a different camera, or if I can't find a camera that I like, I might keep using this this Canon EOS Rebel T1000 is what I'm using, with its own bespoke software for like capturing the video to a computer through not micro, mini USB of all things. I mean, it is an older camera, but it was cheap, and it was a good Christmas gift from my parents, so I'm happy with it. But when it comes to having it as a face cam, it likes to just die after a couple hours, so you know, I can't really have that happening. If I can't find a good camera that matches up to it, because I love the way this camera looks, then well, I'm probably just gonna end up buying multiple batteries, and whenever this one dies, just switch them out, recharge them, switch them out, recharge them, rinse and repeat, and I should be alright. Apparently this guy has some unused animation that shows him attacking you, which is I'm kind of happy they got rid of that, because I don't want this guy to, because I kind of feel bad for some of these like pieces of life. I mean, this is more of a robot, but I like this little dude. He's just helping you out. might play some more like horror games. I might do some more randomized stuff, like with Zelda randomized, which is a lot of fun. Especially with the Ship of Harkonnen, or Harkinian, I forget what it's called. Harkonnen is the people from fucking Dune. The Duke of Harkonnens. Is that his name? Duke Vladimir Harkonnen. I have to rewatch Dune. I'm talking about the 84 one. I'm not talking about. I haven't seen the new Benny Delavi. I haven't seen the new Dune movies. I've heard they're good. I've heard the first one's good. The second one is coming out soon. Or no, I think it's coming out soon. I don't think it's come out yet. Otherwise, I would have seen it. I plan on at least watching the first one and then going to see the second one in theaters. Which I'm surprised I didn't go see the first one in the theater. I think it's... Well, my problem is I've become very, how you say... I've become very cynical towards just Hollywood in general, so, I mean... I don't know, I don't really tend to go to see a lot of, like, AAA Hollywood films. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go the other way. I don't feel like wasting all my missiles. That just goes for, like, all media nowadays, because it just kind of feels, you know, like no one's trying much anymore. I mean, there are people trying, but, I mean, it's always been like this, just, it's very, very majorly like this right now, where we got, like, we don't really have a whole lot of originality anymore. We're desperately holding on to stuff like Star Wars. And, you know, those older movies are good, but, I mean, you're not going to be able to just milk this series forever, you know? I mean, the new Indiana Jones bombed because what fucking Gen Z person cares about Indiana Jones? You know, and a lot of, you know, there's millennials and all the different generations of our ages and stuff. Like, yeah, there are some people who care about Indiana Jones, but he's not so popular anymore. I mean, back in 2008, maybe, because, you know, the people who grew up in the 80s and 90s, who watched those movies either in the theater or on cable, you know, they're gonna be like, oh, I remember that, let's go see it. But nowadays, it's like, it's mostly people like my age who either were shown those movies when they were younger by their older brothers or sisters, or they weren't shown them. It's just kind of how it is. I might be wrong. It might also be the fact that it was either poorly advertised or they just spent so much money on it, it was just never gonna make back its budget, no matter how much money it made at the box office or how many people saw it. I mean, that kind of went for the new Exorcist movie, Exorcist Believer, which I've heard was a piece of shit. I mean, at first I was like, oh, maybe it'll be good, and then I heard it was bad. And Universal spent $400 million on the rights to The Exorcist. 400 million fucking dollars. And they did not make that money back. I mean, they're gonna be sequels, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they were expecting the first one to do really well, and I think it bombed. I'll have to look it up. Oh man. I mean, the Halloween movies did better because I guess Halloween's more well known. I mean, The Exorcist is still like pretty like famous and iconic, but Halloween is more of a like, it's more of like a, you know, it's like we all know Halloween. We watch it every Halloween, you know? It's something everyone recognizes. Even, you know, my nephew who's like 8 or 9 knows who Michael Myers is. Everyone knows who the slashers are, you know? Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, the Scream Mask dude. I mean, I don't know how well those Halloween movies did, but I mean, they did well enough to warrant a remake. Well, to warrant the first remake, just Halloween, that came out like 2018. That one did well enough to warrant 2 sequels, which were varying quality. Halloween Kills I actually enjoyed. I mean, my viewing experience was very unique because I saw it at a drive-in with my brother, and that was, I think, still like one of the best movie experiences I had. Was going to see that with my brother in a drive-in theater, and then the next year we went to see Halloween Ends, and it was not the best theater experience I've ever had, to say the least. It was, well, it was my fault because let me get closer. It was my fault because I drank like, what was it, like 2.5 fucking energy drinks, and I mean, look at me, I'm skinny as fuck, and I was just having a panic attack in the fucking at the drive-in. I was just sitting in the lawn chair, just like, but I could still like think rationally. I was making comments about the movie, like how Jamie Lee Curtis looked like my mom. I looked at my brother and said that, and he's like, I was thinking the same goddamn thing. I was about to point that out to you. Other than that, Halloween Ends sucked. Halloween Kills wasn't very good, but I still liked it. Maybe it was a bit too close to the original Halloween 2, which, I mean, I really like Halloween 2, despite the fucking, God, Donald Pleasance in Halloween 2 is something else. He is so ridiculous. 6 times! I shot him! I shot him 6 times! He's not human! The Festival of Samhain. It's It's the Festival of the Samhain, which was mentioned in the 3rd Halloween film, Halloween Season of the Witch, which is the best Halloween movie that doesn't star Michael Myers. You know, I'm surprised they didn't do something like fucking like Friday the 13th did, where Friday the 13th had, you know, a fake Jason at a certain point. It was like a copycat killer. But, I mean, I'm sure people would have been very upset that Michael Myers isn't in this new Halloween movie where we see the Michael Myers mask and all that. Well, here's a fun idea. What if it's like... What if there are where there's Michael Myers, and, well, I mean, this is basically what happens in Halloween Ends, but it's kind of like a... how am I thinking this through my brain? Because I think I have a cool idea, and then it's like, nah, not really. But the thing is that the two in Halloween Ends, the Michael Myers and one of the characters is like they're working together, which I don't like. But you know, it's I'm thinking more of it could be like, oh, we don't know which one's the real Michael Myers. There's 2 serial killers on the loose. One of them could be Michael Myers, and one of them possibly couldn't. Like, they're not helping each other out at all. They're just murdering people without realizing it, maybe. And there's probably a semblance of like a really fun idea there. It's just I don't know how to explain it properly. Oh my god. Jesus, titty fucking Christ, that guy was going fast. Anyways, yeah. one of the coolest like canceled ideas when it comes to like horror movies is there was gonna be like a mini series for The Thing, and I remember my brother telling me about it. Like they had written a script, and one of the like scenes was like a woman who's like trying to like cook some eggs, and she like cracks, you know, an egg open on the on a pan and like pours the yolk into it, and it, you know, it's a thing, and it like jumps up and is like, "Rah!" It's like, that's a genius idea. Like the thing spreads, like we see the thing get to spread. I guess it could be something akin to like what happens in The Stand, but instead of, you know, it being just a flu virus, it is, or the Captain Trips virus, whatever the fuck it is, it's just a nightmarish being from another world. It's, God, The Thing is such a cool movie because my views on that film change every time I watch it. Because I'm just constantly thinking like, well, who is the Thing? How is the Thing operating? It never occurred to me to think that the Thing, like, you could be you right now, and you could still be the Thing and not know it. Maybe you lose consciousness whenever the Thing takes over, and you don't realize it. Maybe you do things without even, like, thinking about it. Like, you zone out, and then you start doing weird stuff, maybe? And then the Thing is able to just make you completely forget about it? I don't know. Or make you think you were doing something else? I mean, it's entirely possible. It can manipulate the chemicals in your brain to make you think you're just, you know, watching TV, or, you know, just, you know, going for a stroll, while in actuality you're like, I don't know, you're fucking up the blood in the medical bay. Somebody got to the blood. One cool thing here is that the way these little creatures right here move, apparently they move in a pattern that is, it's like it ends up looking, the way they're moving around, if you were to draw it out in lines, it's actually they're drawing out the initials for one of the game devs, which is so cool. Grab a hold of me. Alright, Dragon, I think that's your name. Come on. I don't think I've actually ever beaten this boss the legitimate way before, where you just shoot its stomach with missiles. I think I've always gone for the cheap way. The same thing kind of goes for Halloween, which, I mean, they're both John Carpenter movies, you know. Why does Michael Myers do what he does? That's the one thing I like about Halloween Ends that they did, where whenever Jamie Lee Curtis pulls the mask off of him, and he doesn't say a fucking thing, he's just sitting there just like breathing. And you know, it's cool. There's no motive. You don't know what drives him. He is just a thing, a shape. Something that goes bump in the night, you know? I completely forgot about what the fuck I was... Okay, I already went to that room, good. This is what happens whenever I talk about movie nonsense. I'm really not gonna like having to deal with lower warfare, because this game is like, with the randomized run, this game, if you know where to go and what you're doing, this game is easy, but for me, lower warfare still kicks my ass. I mean, there are certain ways to like cheat at the Ridley boss, because if you like, say for instance, you run low on health, and the auto tank thing goes off, you can cause it to, it'll what's the word I'm thinking of? It'll like cause Ridley to like get into like a damaged state where he'll keep being damaged if you're using something like a super missile on him or like a charge beam. And I usually tend to use that method to finish off Ridley because I always have a hard time with that boss. Either I'll die once on him and then try again, die again, try again, and then I'll get it, or I'll kill him the first try. It just depends on my skills and, I don't know, whatever mood the video game is in. I'm looking at my camera and I'm half expecting it to just any moment now. It makes that sound whenever it turns off because it's that's the aperture like shutting, I think. And if that happens, then that's the end of the stream. Because I gotta go charge it, and I really just like having my face cam right there. I think it at least gives whoever's viewing something else to look at as well as, you know, watching me play video games. Next is Fantoon, and I have enough stuff to kick his ass tenfold, so I'm gonna go there. Oh man. I was supposed to go to work today. I didn't get to though. I don't even have my driver's license yet, but I'm working on it, you know. I hate this fucking part so much because the falling sand always like gets me stuck. It is so fucking annoying. I might end up playing some like NES games, like any of the Mega Man games I might try and play. I'm actually like surprisingly good at Mega Man 2. I mean, I've played it a lot. I can I beat it like it was like 2 or 3 years ago around Christmas time. I sat down and just played through Mega Man 2 on an OG copy of Mega Man 2 on my NES, and when I beat it, I was like, yes, you know, like I was fucking proud because that was a game that I was like, I had trouble with that when I was a kid. I was never good at like super hard video games. I'm still not. I mean, I can get good at a difficult game like Mega Man or Donkey Kong Country or Castlevania, but I'm always gonna have that moment where I'm like, I just say fuck it and stop playing it. Like, I haven't beaten any of the, like, original Castlevania games. Maybe 4 I've beaten, though I had to use save states with that on the SNES Classic, which, I mean, hey, I still beat it, but I just, you know, helped myself along so I didn't pull my fucking face off of my skull. God damn it. I hate the fucking space jump in this game so much. It doesn't want to fucking work when it wants to. Like, when I make it try to, like, work. There we go. Come on, you piece of shit. Ah! Okay. This is another one of those Billy Mays rooms. I don't think I've actually ever 100%ed a Super Metroid. Like, I've never 100%ed this game. I've never 100%ed any Metroid game. I don't think it's too difficult for me. I don't know. It gets to the point where I'm just like, fuck it. I just want to finish playing the game. Like, I don't need all the missile tanks in the world. But hey, it's just because I'm a beta bitch gamer, you know. Is that how they talk nowadays? The alphas, the whatever Sigma male Aaron Tate bullshit. I actually did something pretty stupid the other day where I tried taking a cold shower and it sucked. Don't do it. Unless you can like physically take it. I tried and I was like, I was able to stand in it for a little while until I was finally like, I just want to take a shower. Fuck this. At that point, it's like, I just feel like an idiot. Why would I do this when I could just take a normal fucking shower? Because I heard like, oh, it'll like make you prepare you for a horrible day, and it's like, I'll try it, and I did, and didn't like, won't do again. I can take like jumping into a cold pool, because after a while you get used to that, but the pool isn't fucking spraying water at you like little like pins and needles at like high speed like a shower is. Is that how it feels? That's how it feels like to me. It's really, really cold. I mean, I can handle a bad day either way. It just, you know, it is what it is. That's not for everybody. Just because you can't do it doesn't mean you're lower than anybody else. Anybody who thinks that, though, that, oh, I'm better than you because I can take a cold shower, go fuck yourself. The funny thing is, I didn't hear that from him. I don't fucking watch that asshole's content. I heard it from Game Grumps. It was Aaron Hansen who was like, yeah, I took a cold shower. I got nothing against him, though. It was either he was actually genuinely like, yeah, I liked it. It's not for everybody. ahead and get this over with. I want to get Phantoon done with. Alright. Okay. Ugh, fuck. Oh, you piece of shit. Reveal yourself, you fucking asshole. Switch to this now. And then he's gonna do this shit. Thankfully I can just do this because I have speed. I have speed. It's because I have the fucking screw attack. If I didn't have it, then, well, I'd be having a bad time right now. Reveal yourself. Come on. Oh, you fuck nut. Come on, reveal yourself. Ugh. Oh my god, this fucking... There we go. Which one is it that I could go through? It's the top one. Oh, is it this one? It's this one. I bet you the fucking freeze beam, or ice beam, is in Norfair, or lower Norfair somewhere. That'd be ironic. It's in the hottest fucking place. Well, I mean, I think that would kind of work in a gameplay sense, I guess, you know. You're in this very hot place, but here's this cold weapon, so you can, you know, freeze the extremely molten enemies. I was gonna say hot, but then it's like the hot enemies? We talking like hot or hot? We talking like baddies? Thank you. God, my back is itching like a son of a bitch right now. It's pissing me off. I can't wait for Catacurus to post a new video soon. I highly respect that dude, man. God, he got his he got his ass kicked by COVID, and he's had all of the technical problems just fucking dropped right in his lap, and he still like kept making content, some of the funniest content that I've ever seen. It's like classic JonTron levels of weirdness that I always enjoy. It's my type of humor that I like. It speaks to me. I like stuff. I like pieces of media that speak to me somehow. Like my favorite band, Talking Heads. Their music is just kind of like it flows. I'm on the same wavelength with it. You know, I'm on the same wavelength with Caddy. I'm on the same wavelength as this game, and so on and so forth. Some of you may die. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to take. Every time I say so on and so forth, I just think of Lord Farquaad. I'm surprised that the subreddit r/some of you may die is still up. For as chilled out as I am, I look at some pretty gnarly fucking stuff sometimes out of just morbid curiosity. Because I don't like real world violence, but here I sit on my phone watching a video of some dude getting hit by a car, or like someone's face getting turned into fucking Salisbury steak, you know? It's like, it's not pretty, but at the same time it's like fascinating. Like that's a human being, that was a life, you know? That's horrible, obviously, but at the same time it's like I'm seeing the inner workings of the human body, and it's making me like aware that I'm alive and something like that could happen to me, and it's ugh. There's some shit I wish I have not seen, to just be honest. Just if you ever get that curious, I mean, do what you think you should do, but you know, be cautious. You'll see some fucked up shit. And I mean, it's okay to like watch it as long as you're not like getting off to it somehow. That I'd start to worry about. I don't get off on it. It's more like the reason I'd watch a horror movie is to be scared or horrified, because it's a horror movie. I watch shock content to be shocked because I don't know, I like the feeling of being shocked and being like, oh, I don't want to see that. You know, it's kind of fun, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but content that I'm seeing is pretty fucked up. That was, once again, that was a human being. That was a person, and they are no longer alive. It's, you know, something I factor into my logic more often than I did when I was a kid. Is that, you know, human lives are valuable. No matter who you are, I guess, or like what you do. I mean, your life has merit. But I mean, depending on what you really do, like say if you're a serial killer, you should be locked up. Your life has merit, but you are a danger to other lives, so I mean, it's either you get put out of your misery, or you get time in jail, or pound me in the ass in prison with crotch binders and you know, it's fucked up, and it is what it is, I guess. It's like George Carlin says, it's bad for you. It's bullshit, and it's bad for you. So I like to think to myself a lot whenever, I mean, every once in a while it is a good idea to like be serious, you know, because it makes you appreciate the moments where you forget and you become just blindly unaware of the world around you. like if you're chilling out at home, it's like those moments are fun. It's like I can live without worrying for once, you know? But then there are moments where it's like, okay, there's some pretty fucked up shit going on right now, and I don't like it. And as long as you address it, then, well, you know, you start to appreciate the moments where you forget, and you just start making memories of having fun. I wish that could be the same for everybody, but some parts of the world it isn't. I was just saying this might be in Norfair, but hey, it's right here, hell yeah. Makes my life easier. Okay, let me, Oi, oi! Wave beam. Yeah. Hell, if I get like better computer, or if I get like better software, or whatever the hell Vinny uses, Vinny Vine Sauce or Joel, I'd probably do what they're doing, because, I mean, they're the reason I do something like this. Those are like, yeah, those are two YouTubers where it's like, I would love to like sit down and shoot the shit with them, you know? It's, they're so much fun to like listen to, and it's, you know, after listening to like the hours and hours of their content, it's just, it feels like, it's like, what is that, parasocial relationship? Am I saying the right thing? It's where you feel like you know someone just by watching like a movie that they were in, or like a TV show that they were in, or something like that. It's a relationship that you don't actually know them, but you feel like you do. That's what I feel with Game Grumps, Vine Sauce, Joel, Vinny, hell, even Jabroni Mike. It's like those are dudes I'd be cool with just chilling out with, you know, talking about stuff, having the conversations I would have with my brother about like movies and video games and whatnot. You know, just actual human interaction is a fun thing sometimes. I feel like I could be like antisocial, but you know, I feel like I'm both an extrovert and an introvert. It just depends on either what mood I'm in, or where I'm at, or who I'm with. If I'm by myself, I'm probably going to be introverted, but if I'm not by myself, it's going to be a mix of like, hey, how you doing? Or like, hey, how you doing, man? It's good to talk to you, you know? Also, I'd probably be horrifically starstruck. Because I'm like, hi, I watch you all the time. Hi, you are both awesome. You know. God, I can't. Where do I think I have to go to Norfair now. Oh god, I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it. Because as much as I love this game, it's just the latter parts, the later parts of the game, I dread for certain reasons. Hold on, I'm gonna get a pillow because my back is hurting sitting like this. Oh man, God. Alright. Oh goddamn piece of shit. one thing I like that I've become more accustomed to, thanks to me experimenting with projects on YouTube, is editing and using editing software like the one I use, which is DaVinci Resolve, which I found out about thanks to Jay Bauman of Red Letter Media. Why am I going this way? He brought it up because it's like, oh yeah, you can just use that to make a shitty movie. That's what all these shitty movie makers do. It was that movie where it was like the lightning attack, but there's also a serial killer. It was the same episode they watched Birdemic 3, I think. God, I'm thinking back to how I used to do these videos and using Bandicam. Oh God, I'm back on the fucking Bandicam wagon again. Well, talking about it, I mean, it's just I hate that software so much. The way, you know what I would do, because I did not want the Bandicam logo anywhere in my older videos, but it's there. So what I ended up doing was I would record with like a rectangular like box. So it would be like this high, and so the Bandicam logo will be all the way up on this part of the screen, and I would just zoom in the video. It was actually a decent trick, but I just would rather not ever use that software again. OBS is so much better. Legitimately, like, it is. Oh fuck! It is my favorite software, I think, to like do any of this stuff with, and it's completely free. You don't gotta buy it. I like that. The way most of this stuff should be. I mean, hey, DaVinci Resolve is free mostly, but I mean, you're missing out on some like what, a couple of crappy scene transition stuff. Other than that, it's editing software. It works. You can do fade-ins and fade-outs. It's simple stuff. You know, you don't need the crazy like YouTube poop shit. I mean, you can if you want to, but I mean, there are other ways of getting the software. I don't think anybody who's making a YouTube poop is going to buy it legitimately. I'm not saying they don't, but I mean, come on. I just called. Well, I mean, I'm poor, so you know, I'm not saying much. There's nothing else in here. I don't remember. I'm just making damn sure because I don't want to leave anything behind. Okay, I think I've gotten everything in Lower Brinstar. Which means the rest of stuff should be in Lower Norfair. Which, seeing as how long I'm streaming right now, I might get a bit of the way into Lower Norfair and then call it quits and stream tomorrow maybe. In that case, tomorrow might be a very quick stream. In that case, I'll just, when we get to Lower Norfair, I'm just gonna quit the stream then. Or end the stream, I mean. Because, I mean, I want there to be some content. I don't want the next stream to just be like 50 minutes long. Or like 30 minutes long. I'm thinking about what I was saying about YouTube perps. YouTube perps. I'm good at the English language. YouTube poops earlier, just... Why am I thinking about that? I'm thinking about someone taking that wildly out of context or like saying something like, you think we're poor? It's like, no, you're not going to spend $300 just to make YouTube poops. Because, I mean, no one's going to spend that much money on an editing software for that, right? I sure as hell wouldn't. I would find another one or different ways to get a hold of it. I don't ever want to spend that much money on something unless I am using it for like a job or like you know, or like I'm gonna get paid from me using this software, like a lot of money. Oh man. God damn it, that's fucking stupid. Hopefully it, okay, it successfully connects me back. Okay, hopefully it's still the same stream. OBS just took a shit for him. On. Anyways, I don't know if any of that was able to be seen, but I'm at the entrance to Norfair. I'm gonna go on ahead and call this a stream. I've been playing for an hour and 30 minutes. Anyways, have a good night. Anybody who's watching this or is viewing it, I don't even know if I have anybody watching this at the moment. It's just me talking to myself, but hey, at least I'm talking or whatever. I don't know. Have a good night. Peace out.